Maybe I should analyze and rate the BFDIE characters. Beach Ball is a non-binary contestant who first appeared in BFDIE Resort, placing 3rd. Beach Ball is a member of the Cheater Alliance. The other 2 members were Sticker and Rose. Beach Ball is one of the widest contestants, and this is why he overshot on the trampoline in the first contest and floated on the water in BFDIE Mini elsewhere. The latter is actually a what-if, where BFDIE was a BFDIE Mini season. Beach Ball was eliminated in episode 3 after he used a shield, which was tested and then failed. The shield was supposed to protect the user from any form of damage, but a test failed, meaning Beach Ball popped. If this were a viewer vote, Beach Ball would have survived into the final 5, and because of this, I'm gonna give Beach Ball a 6. In BFDIE 6, he was assigned with Sticker, but Sticker went to Beach Ball about the 6th contest, and he didn't even know the true contest until Hot Dog foiled Sticker. The 6th contest is to work against your teammate. The person who is still in does not need to hold the chest, and the person who is eliminated needs to hold the chest. The team which held their chest would eliminate the member who was instantly in the game, and the eliminated contestant would rejoin in their place. David is the only BFDIE veteran to compete in this season. Beach Ball was a member of Team Azure with Fern, but he was swapped out for Sticker, dooming him for elimination in the 5th contest. David has the same personality as in BFDIE and BFB, but has more personality in this season. David easily did some contests, but was weak at others. I actually wanted David to be the winner of Season 6, and many people, myself included, expected David to rejoin the game, which would void his elimination. This is why I rated him 8 out of 10. David was assigned with Sidewalkie in BFDIE 6 and he did absolutely nothing. Fern is a male contestant who I initially thought was female. This is because he was voiced by Kenzie Bryant, which is also why I initially made Cake female. Fern is a fan favorite and is one of the final 4 contestants. If the wheel theory is correct, Fern would survive into the final 3 or 2. Fern is a slow runner, but also might be pacifist, which is why I'm giving him a 10. In BFDIE 6, he was assigned with Hot Dog. Hot Dog is a male contestant who is unwilling to change his mind when doing contests, but his perseverance and hubris is what got him eliminated in the first contest. While I was making my BFDIE 1 summary, I saw that the wiki said that Hot Dog was eliminated, which I didn't think made sense. And this is because he had asked to make the first contest a purge contest. This meant the viewers had no say on who they wanted to eliminate. In BFDIE 6, he was assigned with Fern, and he is the only eliminated contestant other than Toothpaste and Needy to have a speaker box. Since Hot Dog was unable to survive the first contest, I'm giving him a 7 because he was often forgotten. Jamie is a female contestant who I initially dissed in my BFDIE 1 summary. She was eliminated in the 5th contest after her Dandelion teammate, Sticker, was swapped out for David. In BFDIE 6, she was assigned with Toothpaste. Because Jamie was Ruler's henchman, I wanted Jamie to be eliminated after Ruler was. But the opposite was true. Ruler didn't care about Jamie's needs, so for sympathy, I'm giving her a 9. Money is the only contestant who is voiced by Michael. She was eliminated in the 2nd contest after being betrayed by Needy. This is just like how Cabby was betrayed by Test Tube. And just like Cabby, Money rejoined in a rejoin contest. She was teamed up with Ruler, and because BFDIE 6 was a contestant swap, Ruler was eliminated as well. After rejoining, Money wanted revenge against Needy, so she was ruthless to her, and this resulted in Needy getting eliminated. If this were a viewer vote, the rejoiners never win Ruler would result in Money getting eliminated. But since the viewers have no control of the series other than voting for an unknown purpose, Money has a 25% chance of winning to the Dream Island elsewhere. If she does, there's an 85% chance that she would trap Needy. I would have given her an 8 or 9 out of sympathy, but because she was ruthless, I'm giving her a 6. Needy is a female contestant who is often careless, and her carelessness is what made her survive all the contests. She was not only careless, but also lazy, but she started to become caring in episode 5, which led the trek to her getting eliminated in episode 8. Money was a member of Team Death with Sidewalkie in episode 5, and she was assigned with Rose in episode 6. Even though Sticker's speaker box was squashed, Sticker cheated, meaning Needy was eliminated. I know she wanted to give her a 3 if she had kept her character traits, but now I'm giving her a 5. Rose used a flamethrower to decimate everyone else in episode 4, and she first appeared in BFDIE Mini, and also competed in BFDIE Mini again. She was also voiced by Gooseworks, the creator of the Amazing Digital Circus and Little Runbow, and she first spoke in Teapot 15. Using flame to kill other contestants in episode 4 didn't count. Only snowballs must count. She was ruthless enough for a coalition to form, and after getting frozen by a snowbug, she was killed by Fern. And Fern used a snowball, so Rose was eliminated. This is also why I'm giving Rose a 5. She was teamed up with Needy in episode 6. Ruler is voiced by Tomska, who also voiced Pineapple in BFDIA. Ruler rolled over Jamie in episode 5, and then Money in episode 6, until he was killed by Money because he treated Money poorly. Money also happened to be his teammate in episode 6, and in episode 5 he was also teamed with Toothpaste into Team Vermilion. Because Ruler gave Money 0 compensation, Money killed him. I'm giving Ruler a 4. Sidewalkie is the rudest contestant in the series and has squashed a bunch of contestants. He was teamed up with David in episode 6 and Needy in episode 5. He was also voiced by the same person who voices Nickel in Baseball. The only thing that sets Sidewalkie apart is that he can only see the color gray. And ironically, Woody is also afraid of gray. Woody's a coward and Sidewalkie is a jerk. And Sidewalkie was often compared to Snowball for having similar character traits. For that I want to give Sidewalkie a 3, even though he did do a few good things. Sticker is a gender fluid contestant because he was given pronouns of all 3 genders in several episodes. Most often neutral, but sometimes male and female. In BFDIE 5 he was initially teamed up with Jamie, but was swapped out for David. And that alone saved him from elimination. If BFDIE was a viewer vote, Sticker would easily be eliminated. In BFDIE 6, he was teamed up with Beach Ball, where he lied about the contest. I initially wanted to give Sticker a 7 because of his personality, but now I'm giving him a 5. Sticker cannot do this forever. Toothpaste is the last contestant alphabetically, and she's often made enemies with people for stupid reasons or no reason. She was eliminated in episode 7 after being screwed over by Fern, and because of her voice, I initially made him a boy. She was teamed up with Ruler in episode 5 and Jamie in episode 6. Her first enemy was Fern, because he stepped on her leg, and for those character traits alone, I would rate her a 2 or 3. But anyways, those are just my thoughts. What are yours? yours? Tell me in the comments.